Hi Virgo, welcome to your monthly reading. As always, keep in mind that this is only a general reading. Always take what it feels right and with what does resonate within your own life experiences during this time. If you would like to have a personal reading with me, please contact me through the email I put in the description box below. For the month of June, as always, I have a special sales offer available, and for this month it's called Two Sides One Story, and basically it's a reading that looks upon the pros and cons, the light and the shadow archetype playing themselves out in a particular situation, question, or relationship you might have in mind about that type of evaluation. So if you'd like to know more details about that special offer or any other of my services, just email me. Or if you would like to donate and support my channel, you can also do that by following the PayPal link, which is also down below. So Virgo, it does feel like June can be a month where the need to recover from something is significant. For some of you, this recovery might be about something unexpected, unplanned occurring that disturbs you, already happened and disturbed you, and it's about picking up the pieces here throughout June. For some of you, it could be the loss of something that you're still very, it's like something that fell apart. Even though it did, it's like you're still very much in that moment. So it's almost like for some of you, you're relieving trauma, or there's a traumatic response or correspondence to this type of experience in June that brings your awareness and your understanding of what in you needs healing, of what in you needs answers, of what in you needs figuring out. Some of you might be in a month where things are actually moving at your favor, but you don't like the way they are. So it's like you will get your win, you will get your success, you will get your accomplishment, you will get your answers, you will get your coins, you will get perhaps even the person you want, but it does not come without a price, and it does not come without a consequence, right? Or to get you to the place you want to be in this moment in time, you have to allow things, to unfold in a way where you don't have that much control, and in a way that perhaps make you feel then guilty, or make you then feel responsible for something you didn't want to feel responsible for, something you didn't want to feel held accountable here. Particularly for Virgos that are holding information, like secretive things, living secret lives, having secret affairs. For Virgos that have been keeping a secret for too long inside of their chests, and that have been causing the Eight of Swords in your unconscious, causing you to feel constantly stuck in a situation you don't like, feeling, making you feel constantly incapacitated in your pursuit for better things. For Virgos that felt like your sense of pride and your ego has been, really, really suffering or suffered. For Virgos that felt like you've lost honor, or you've lost something that was a part of your sense of honor, let's put it that way. There might be a falling a part effect that is like a breakdown, a mental breakdown. It could be that it's just a moment where things kind of collapse at your eyes, but mentally, where you start to think about perhaps things you've done or things you didn't do and you should have done, you know. It's like a moment where a lot of things come to your mind to reveal something to you that you aren't aware of. A spiritual message might really be a strong one that is coming forward. It's almost like there might be a moment in June for some Virgos that you really feel, you know, the universe coming in and boom, speaking to you, perhaps loud. You're really feeling like there is a divine presence interfering, you know, coming here in the way of something going on in your life, to open your eyes to the truth, to open your eyes to a detail, to a facet, an angle of a situation that you have not yet kind of reached. For some Virgos, you know, your intuition is super high, but also super disruptive. So you might not like the type of information, intuitive information you're receiving. You might not like the suspicions you're having. You might not like, again, the way your inner self is almost like boiling with revelations. That's basically it. It's like your inner self feels like boiling with a lot of revelations. They all bring a sense of Six of Wands here. So it's like they all bring a sense, and the High Priestess is to get you to know yourself better, is to get you to place yourself in the world better. So where you have not been placed the right way, in a way where that honor, that respect, that success is really present, where that has not been a part of the picture, the universe wants to change that. It wants you to be in a position that you respect and others respect, being in your professional world, being in your relationship, love life, being amongst those you deal with and live with. I feel like for some Virgos there's an issue here with fault. So it's like either you feel or you will be feeling perhaps that you're guilty of something. For Virgos that need to process guilt, this month is important in that regard, because it's about recovery, as I said initially. So it's about, yes, needing to process guilt and feelings of guilt, which is not a fun experience, but it allows you to be free from it in the end. It allows you to have a better relationship with your story as well. Some of you Virgos don't have the best acceptance or relationship with your own story, with your own life, and at the end with your own selves. There's a side to you, Virgo, that it's a mystery to you. And so obviously it's a mystery to the world. And June is very spiritually important and demanding. It demands you to stand back when you see Tower happening. So it demands you to don't do anything. Do not try to control, do not try to resist, do not try to change what is already occurring out of your grasp. Some of you need to stand back from something that would be representative of the Tower. And the Tower is in the heart of your reading, so you will know what it is. You will know what the Tower in June will represent to you, as I said, it can be a mental breakdown, a crisis, it could be a breakup, it could be, a problem, a loss, a conflict, a big discussion. It could be an accident. It could be something upsetting. It upsets us, but it has a point to, with that upset, when we're the most uncomfortable is when we get the best realizations. Why? Because we're forced to look for solutions that would bring us into peace, that would bring us into harmony. We're pushed to evolve in an uncomfortable place because it's uncomfortable, and we want to grow comfortable naturally. So it's a month that can be a little bit out of the ordinary realm when it comes to the experiences you're dealing with. Even if, for example, this is about a fight in your workplace with your boss or with a client, something that feels like normal, what it brings to you, the type of information that this situation brings to you is gold to your development. You are kind of in a psychic special moment, being that for Virgos that are already in touch with their psychic senses, intuitive senses, this could be felt and experienced more smoothly. But for others that are not at all, it can be very unsettling, because it's almost like it's a big awakening. It's this type of, some Virgos June is an awakening month. It can be a strong spiritual awakening that is a result of the month. For those that haven't been through it, for those that don't know what that means, you might end up knowing what that means for the next months. For some Virgos, there's discussions that are, again, difficult to have, but that they need to happen to clear out of the way what you're holding. To clear out of the way what you're holding heavy in your heart. So again, it could be that this is a month where you put things out, things you're keeping. But it could also be a moment where secrets are exposed and revealed to you, so you can have confessions and, things coming to the light, coming, from elsewhere outside of you to you, and that on its own can be a little bit shocking. You can be receiving shocking informations and then wonder what you're going to do with it. What you're going to do with a situation that feels tricky, that feels, it feels like some of you will feel in between worlds. You will feel divided also in the type of approach you should be having ahead. So June is not a month of decisions. June is a month of observation, awareness, allowance, being receptive, being wise. And it's a month where your intervention really should only be used when essential, when it's really needed. Because I feel like you're not meant to participate actively in something you are observing. More like allow it to happen. How is it happening? And wait for more to come to you, added pieces to the puzzle. It's a period of great mystery for some of you, and also a period where, the thought patterns you have been using to deal with yourself and so with others are also addressed here as not being functional. because they keep you stuck in a dark mentality, I mean, a mentality that is more fearful and limiting than expanded and trusting. And also because it's a mentality for some Virgos that is destroying I don't want to say it's destroying you, but at the end it can be self-destructive. It's destroying things of you you don't want to destroy, and it's destroying opportunities you don't want them to be, you know, at risk or jeopardy. It being the opportunity to be happy, or a relationship that you really want to continue in. So it's like there's things about you that need to be addressed. There's things about you that you're in need of a real serious check-in, and the universe is almost like also checking in with you, like, do you remember this? Do you know this? Do you know that? You know, it's almost like a sense of being stalked by things you wish you could just avoid and put to the side, and that during June is not that easy to deflect. So I hope you have a great month. Thank you. Thank to all of you that have been liking, sharing, subscribing, commenting, and donating to my channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Hopefully, we'll see each other soon.